So the next part of the build is going to be the head of the RX-78-2 3.0. Here are the parts that needed to be assembled. I went ahead and put on some of the parts that, some of the decal stickers that's on this, especially the clear parts here. Actually, yeah, clearly I could have done was I could have taken my Gundam marker and painted along the edges of the eyes and only leave the clear parts alone, so that way when you put on the LED, it turns on and you see the lights. There's also this red part here that goes on this clear part here, and then there's another one here that goes in the back. So this has got the front and rear sensors. I don't remember it being red. I always assumed it was green, but maybe because I built so many of the other non RX-78-2s that I was under the impression that was going to be it. Well, anyway, going on with this build, you want to take this part, supposedly stick it in like that, if I'm reading it right. Then the red trim parts go through here, followed by the face mask. I think maybe this part goes through here. Actually, no, it doesn't. I don't think I had it right the first time. Just don't know why this doesn't hold, but we'll review that in a moment once I put on the head. So we'll keep that like that. I'm going to take this part here and actually we'll use this one for now. Just gotta remember the orientation. Alright, so we take this poly cap here, stick it in like that. Oh, and I believe the poly cap is unique. It looks the same, doesn't see anything different. Alright, so we put that here. And then I guess I gotta put this on. Put it in there like so, so it looks like that. That's what the instructions say. And then we close these two parts together like so. See if it goes in properly. Yep, goes in nice and smooth. All right. The next we have this yellow trim part here. It goes right through there. Again, don't remember it being yellow, but meh. Put this one here in the back the rear armor of the helmet or the head. I think it went in properly. All right, fair enough, right there. Then we have this part here that goes on the top, which of course is it's a lighter tone of white. Let's see if it goes in. I assumed it went in. Oh, wait a minute. This thing's coming out. I think it goes a little... yeah. I have to push that in all the way. Make sure it's all the way in. Then close this up. There we go. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. Then we have the side armor parts that go one here. And the other one here. Then before we put this on, you want to slide this one in here. There you go. And put it on top of this. And then finally, you want to put on the V-fin, and then the red jewel that goes right here. There we go. And there you have it. The helmet, or the head, excuse me, the head of the RX-78-2 is now finally assembled. 3.0. I'm not noticing anything in the manual about putting... Actually, you know what? Didn't review it at that moment. There's supposed to go a decal here and there. So don't worry, I'll put it on later on. I thought there was no decals here. Just the only thing that I saw was the eyes, but everything else looks good. So I'll detail it up with the panel line marker later on. Okay. So now let's move on to the next part of this build. So the next part of the build is going to be the arms of the 3.0. And there's a lot of parts here. A lot of small, intricate parts that will form the arm. I had to prepare a few things here, specifically this part. This part has these little chrome-plated stickers that you put around this side, you know, from the top and the bottom. There's 2 sets of the long and 2 sets of the short. They're very, very delicate, and you'll need to take your time for this. Now, clearly you can do this, or if you're going to paint this, you're going to need to paint it a copper color or bronze color. Maybe gold would be okay. So for now we use this. So let's now assemble the shoulders, or actually the joint that connects the shoulder to the arm. Take this part here, and then take this part here. And before you close this up, you want to take these 2 parts and slide them in. Just find the opening, and there you go. And then slide that to here. And close this up so it looks like that. There we go. So that part is done. Put this here. Now the complicated part starts. You take this guy, followed by this part here. And supposedly, there's a little notch there that you have to feed this through and clamp it on like so. There we go. So it looks like this, as you can see. There's another part here that it has to go like this. You feed in through this, through the white part, if you can. And then it goes like that. So technically speaking, this is how it looks. And again, this part can easily fall off. I don't know if you guys can see that. We'll put this here to the side. Now, you repeat the process again with this part. First, put it in this position. Then taking this white part here and putting it in this position going down. You want to catch the hole that's back here, snap it into place so it looks like that. And then again, you feed this one up through here. You may have to do it the other way like that. Like, I'm sorry, it's actually, I did it wrong. Like that. Now, unfortunately, even though the manual says it's supposed to look like this, this will easily fall off. So you gotta be very careful with this. Put this to the side. Now we pull this one out. And then I'm gonna have to see if I can adjust the camera a bit and zoom in on this, because this is a little difficult to work with freehand. So according to the manual, the thicker part of this part should be facing down, while the thinner part should be facing up. We'll put it in this position first, and then taking the bigger part here. Again, this thing got rearranged for a moment here. You want to keep it like that, I guess. Actually, no, like this. And then taking this part, put it in through here and feed it like that. So it looks like that. Same thing with this one. Feed it in until it falls into place like so. Now, it's not snapping into place, so it's not holding it in. Right now, it's actually holding it in by a little bit of pressure. But that's how it would look. And then, taking these two side parts. Let me make sure I have the right orientation. You want to take this, slide this through here and here. If you can. See, this is the part that I had a lot of trouble with. It seemed simple at first on the manual. There we go, come on. So that goes in, and that goes in. There we go. So this is what it's supposed to closely look like. Whoops. Yeah, I think that's it. I could be wrong, but fudge. Alright, so we'll just hold it in like that. So the smaller parts goes on the top, the larger parts goes on the bottom. Hopefully I read that correctly. Yes, I did. Then you seal it up using this part here. And there you go. Alright. So this part is done. Annoyingly done. Bringing it up like this. Supposedly you're supposed to bring this like that. In this position. The reason why is now you want to take this part here. I believe it's this part. No, it's this one. I think. And you want to feed it in through here until it catches, and then you want to bring it up like that. Flip it around. Connect this one here, like so. And then you have these two parts here. One goes here in the back. One goes here in the front. And as you can see, there's the different layer of trim. Make sure you snap this into place because this thing has to move. And feel it out. Okay. Next is the two parts here, the round trim joints, which now I've decided not to use the magnetic toting version. I'm going to use this because it looks a lot better that way. Then we take this part here and slide it up, but you gotta be mindful of the orientation because that little thing here catches right through there, so it looks like that. And then we have this rear part that goes in like that. Now then, next we have this part here, which represents the connection between the wrist and the arm for the hands. So once you put that in there, I'm going to take this part, and you see this round formation here? I want to make sure it goes up in that position. And then while you hold that, you close them up using this part. This actually holds this part into place. followed by another part which I thought I had here a minute ago, and there it is. Ah, there we go. This is for the hand, for the wrist. Alright, so that's done.